Um, Hi. This is not my normal setup. I don't even think I figured out what my normal setup is as of yet, but um, I wanted to make a video that I could easily post tomorrow when you'll see this, because I'm trying to stay consistent with posting or just trying to like figure out what kind of schedule I want, and I have something in mind, but we'll see. I haven't figured it out, but the point is I'm trying to keep myself accountable, and I figured I have 2 videos that I have already filmed. I just haven't had time to edit them because life is, busy. And so I'm hoping this little film real quick upload will not take so much time to edit it and get up, or I don't even know if I want to edit it at all. I might just upload it as is. Why not? But I wanted to talk about the books that I am currently reading. Currently, June has been kind of a slower month of reading for me. I did finish 2 books that I started at the end of May, and they just happened to roll over into June. So technically I've read 2 books already, but I don't know, I just had a lot's been going on. I've been busy, been tired, it's just life is life. And so I haven't really been reading, at least for the last couple of days, like I've wanted to, just because I've been doing a lot of things. So I hope that, I get my little reading mojo back. I did read a little bit this morning, not as much as I normally would or would have liked, but my mind wasn't just in it, so I'm happy I did read something though. So this morning I read a little bit of The Nickel Boys by Colson Whitehead. I started this with my coworker last week. I think we started this. So far so good. We're not too far in. I'm only in the middle of chapter 3. Is 3? Yeah, because I think I read. Yeah, I'm in the middle of chapter 3. Actually, yeah. And we're gonna read up to part 2, which is right after chapter 3. By I think Monday. So so far so good. I'm a little apprehensive about this book just because I've heard so much about it, and also I've heard that it's a very heartbreaking story, and I don't know if I'm going to find it as heartbreaking as everyone says, or if I'm going to cry or anything, but I know it is a book that'll make me angry, and I think that's why it's kind of like hard for me to stay focused, because I don't know. I know what's going to happen in a sense, and like I don't know if I'm ready for that, but I do think that reading this as a buddy read will help the reading experience and not make it so I guess lonely, or like that much more heartbreaking because I'm reading it by myself. We get to share the heartbreak together. So that is one of the books that I am currently reading. We'll probably finish this by June. It's not a long book at all, which I didn't realize. I think it's under 300 pages. It's just a little over 200 pages actually, so it's way under 300 pages. So I'll probably finish this maybe in a couple weeks, definitely by when June is over. Another book I'm currently reading is The Perfect Ruin by Shanora Williams. This is my book club's pick for the month of June, the book club that we started at work, which has been so fun. I'm only, I thought I was on chapter 9. Oh, I'm on chapter 11, which is on page 90. So still not too deep into the story, but the story is definitely starting to build up. And y'all, Ivy is crazy. I don't know what Ivy's problem is. I'm looking forward to finding out what her problem is and what this Lola lady did to her. I have a prediction. I feel like Lola is maybe the reason that she is in the position of life that she is in. Maybe she did something that caused her to be put in the system. I don't know. That's just my prediction. I think that she had something to do with her parents dying or something. Like they were in a car crash. That's what my mind is thinking, but I don't know. I'm only on page 90, like I said, so there's not too much information that we know so far, but we do know, in fact, that Ivy is out of her mind. That's what we do know. She's going through so many obstacles to get her revenge on this Lola character, and it's just like, girl, if you had this much focus, you could have such a better job doing so many other better things, but you chose to divide all your attention and dive all of your energy into this one lady, which again, we do not know what she did, but still, you could be doing something so much better. But whatever. But I am interested to see where this story is going. Like I told y'all, Shanora Williams is writing, to me, feels like a Lifetime movie. And this feels like obsessed with Idris Elba and Beyonce. That's what I think of it. That's what I get from it so far. Just make it all black. But such a good read so far. And you'll be surprised to know that I am actually reading a third book. I know, I'm sick of me too. I promise you, I'm sick of me too. So normally I operate between 2 books, but this time around I'm reading 3. And honestly, I'm just reading this last one just because I needed something to listen to in the shower. I have cultivated such a routine where I listen to a book in the shower that when I finish a book that I don't have on, that I've had on audio, right, and I pick up another book that I don't have on audio, I need to read another book because I need to listen to something in the shower. So for that reason, I picked up One of Our Kind by Nicola Yoon, which I have wanted to read for a minute and I've been hearing so much about, and so far so good. Where am I in this one? I think I'm on chapter 10 in this one. I'm in the middle of a chapter. That's not good, because then I'm gonna have to read. Yeah, I am on chapter 10. I am on chapter 10, if I say that again. Like I said, so far so good. I'm really interested to find out what the wellness center and its origin and its purpose is about, because obviously the wellness center is the place that is kind of not forbidden, but it seems that that is where everything is originating from. Like, everyone is a member of this wellness center, everybody's always there, and it's just like, why are you always there? But also, the main character is very interesting. she's a black woman, but she is almost kind of like a little, she's not completely off-putting, but she is kind of extremely judgmental of other black people, which in some ways I can understand, but it's like every time she meets someone, she's trying to decipher what kind of black person they are. And it's almost kind of exhausting. It's just, I don't know. So far, like, I'm not super far. Chapter 10 is only page 75, right? Like, so I'm not anywhere near deep in the story, but every black person in this town that her and her husband has just moved to, which is a wealthier black neighborhood, she's trying to figure out if they are like a bougie black, or are they still somewhat connected to their roots and like down to earth. And while I understand that frame of thinking and trying to figure out like what kind of people you want to be around, it's just like every person she meets, she's like, mentioning what they're wearing and, how they're carrying themselves. And like, sure, you notice these things, but I don't know. I just feel like the need to kind of put this black person into a category instead of just, I don't know. I don't even know if I'm making sense. I'm actually kind of tired, and like I said, I just wanted to get something up. So that is One of Our Kind. Like I said, I am enjoying it. One thing I will say about this book is that third person narration stuff. Well, and honestly, so is the Colson Whitehead book, but I don't know. It's a little different. Whereas this one, I don't know. Some of it is a little annoying, as far as like the narration, like, because it's third person, there are certain scenes that we don't get to see. Like, there was one part in here, like, her and her husband and her son went to dinner or to like lunch or something, and they like described them going to dinner up until that point, right? But when it got to the point where they were at dinner, the sentence to describe the dinner was just, they had a great time eating, like, and it was just like, and then they moved on. And I was like, wait, I kind of would like to know like what the jokes were, or to say, you know what I'm saying? Like, to see more of their relationship as a family together, because so far we haven't really seen the relationship between her husband and her son. We've only encountered the relationship really with her and her son. So like at the dinner table, that would have been really nice to see, like, more of the father's interaction with the child, and like her interact, just like them as a family at the dinner table. But I don't know, it was a little weird. So I'm not saying that I'm not enjoying the book. It's just those couple of things that I noticed about the way it's written, and like the content. But like I said, I am really interested to see what the wellness, I feel like I'm like sinking each further and further down. I'm interested to see what the wellness center has to do with everything, and why it's so like, a little suspicious to her, because it's suspicious to her. She's the only one who's skeptical about the wellness center. Everyone else is pretty much, actually there is one other character that is suspicious of the wellness center, but everyone, including her husband, has been frequenting this wellness center, and they seem to love it. So I'm just curious to like what honestly is going on there, and why she's so skeptical about the wellness center. So that is there. So we'll see. All three of these books so far are shaping up to be, they are fairly interesting books. I picked three good ones, I think, to like toggle between. So I don't know. I'm not gonna read tonight. I probably won't. I'm not feeling it. I might read tomorrow though, but either way, this hopefully was an entertaining video to listen to. It is not in my formal form, like I said, but I just wanted to get something up just to hold myself accountable. So it's gonna be a shorter one, but that's fine. So thank you for watching. Please like on your way out, and like for my accountability. I'm trying to stick to something here. We'll see. I don't know. I'm gonna do my best. That's all I can do. All right, I'm rambling, so I'm going to leave now. Okay, bye.